This is a sound test. Can you see my chili? Can you see my chili? Can you see my chili? Can you see my chili?
Does it get even louder?
Can you see my chili?
It's not as loud as I want it to be.
Oh, zaboom.
Hello.
Hello, Joe.
Hello? Can you see my chili?
Can you see my chili?
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Oh God, is that?
Yeah, it's.
Was I totally off with that whole story? Can we delete this?
You were right.
But I think that when anybody, I mean, come on, any fans out there, you've got jobs. Well, the fans that have jobs have jobs.
Right now, the total of the Kickstarter is up to 207,000. 207,000. I forgot how to say numbers.
How old is Hitchens supposed to be?
What do you think?
63.
Robert, who is your favorite working boy?
My favorite, it's gotta be Chad.
Chad, all right. You heard it here,
There's a
Chad.
special place in my heart for Chad.
Chad.
And Chad.
And Chad.
Yeah. Easy.
Chad's the most special one. We all know it. I walked into a class, into Mbala's class. I loved him. He was one of my favorite teachers. And he was telling a story where he was going like, and I realized that I didn't have my knife. So I pretended. I pretended that I had a knife, and I yelled in his face, and I went ah, and then I went and I pretended to stab this man, and then the man was convinced, and he fell over and stuff, and I did not know he was talking about not having a prop. I thought he was talking about that he got into some kind of fight and he didn't have a knife, and he acted his way into convincing that he stabbed a man. And I was like, but it turns out that he was talking about a on-stage bloop. I was depressed, and I was walking around in IKEA, because you go to IKEA when you're feeling down. And Darren called me, and Darren said, Nick, what are you doing right now? And I said, I'm walking around IKEA, I'm depressed. And he said, stop doing that! You gotta come with me to see Weird Al! And so then we went to a Weird Al concert. It was a great concert. He was doing all of his original songs, because Weird Al does his parody songs, but he also does original songs. And it was great. And then after the show, we all went into a green room to like go and meet Weird Al. And there were a bunch of people there at this show, like Eric Idle from Monty Python was there, and
Crazy.
And Whitney Avalon was there. I saw her. I was just talking to her.
Yeah.
She loves Weird Al.
For a long time.
Yeah, for a long time. And like Seth Green was there, and all these people were there to see Weird Al. And then Weird Al was sitting on a couch, and a bunch of people were sitting next to him, and they're like, let's get a picture. And the guy taking the picture was the creator of Phineas and Ferb. And so they're like, hey, everybody jump in to take this picture. And so Darren got on the end, and he said, Nick, come on. And I went, I'm not famous. It was like all famous people in the picture. It's like, I'm not famous, but sure, I'll sit on the end. And so I sat on the end of this picture. They took this picture of all of us, and then Weird Al posted it to his Instagram, but in the picture he had cropped me out. Everybody else was there, but I was gone. So he took special effort to get rid of me.
For a little bit, the Firebringer stage was covered in coke to stop people from slipping over.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And it worked really well for one performance.
Yeah, it was sort of a short-lived experiment.
And then it was disgusting.
Robert is ripped, in case you guys didn't
I
know.
saw some of the before and after photos. He's making good progress. He's going to be a strapping young man in a hot minute here.
Sure is.
Well,
Let's
be
see
fun,
it.
everybody.
Let's see it.
You're already a strapping young man, Robert.
Robert is a very strapping young man.
Hey, does anybody have a recommendation for a good back massager? Like a device?
Another human.
Yeah, that's
One of
always
those
the best.
$5,000 chairs.
Is that feel good?
That does, actually. You're right. I just need another human's hands on my butt.
Tyler, I don't think we've met before. We'll get to meet.
Tyler, this is Robert Mannion.
Hello.
Hey,
He's a
you
marathon
doing?
runner.
I wasn't in that first show, but I've seen it, and you're great.
You have all these digital
Hello.
people.
I think she's frozen.
She's frozen.
She's frozen.
Man, it's fun to pass around people on little
On
screens.
iPads,
You go,
yeah.
Here's a person.
Look at this. All of us hanging out
Just
for
like
the
old
last
times.
10 years. Just like it's been every day for the last 10 years. Guys, I can't believe it's 10 years. Oh,
Man.
so much has happened and yet so little has happened, you know?
Yeah. I haven't gotten any older. I'm the only one that hasn't aged at all.
He's
Yeah.
reverse aging, in
Yeah,
fact.
actually.
You
That's
feel
not
better
bad,
than you
yeah.
ever have.
Mhm.
In some ways, I feel younger than I ever have.
Right. Getting gray hairs on your beard means you're getting younger, right?
I.
Not that I have any gray hairs on my beard.
You've got a couple.
No.
It's good.
No, I use Just for Men hair gel to put in the gray. To age myself.
AJ Holmes and I now go to the same gym. We worked out together the other day.
Isn't that something?
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
So,
Did you guys sing Going Back to Hogwarts while you worked out?
The whole time.
You just went, yes? your body had to reject it. You went,
he does have a last name that will not be, I don't want to say because it's a spoiler.
Oh, because it's the. Never mind.
wow. That was close.
Close, Robert. I was-
That was a close
Whoa.
one. You are going to
Wow.
come to the party with us
Yeah.
after.
There's a
after
party?
the show.
Yeah, I
There's
know
going to be a
about
party.
the
Do I
Yeah.
gotta go? Am I invited to the party?
No.
We'll see how the
We'll
rehearsals
see. It's
go.
a real tight list.
Yeah. So you can come. It will treat you real nice. And
Robert,
so,
can I be your
treat
plus
you
one?
real nice.
Okay.
You've got like
Alright.
this weird cult thing going on. You know, like the entire thread is like Satan is a real man. It's scary a little bit.
Well, it's just the power of Satan.
Brian will sometimes do a thing where he will commit to a bit hard. He'll commit to a bit all night. It'll go from being funny to not being funny back to being funny again. And there was one night where Brian and I were in Ann Arbor. We were staying with a friend, and we were both sleeping on a couch. And we went out for the night, and then we came home, and Brian would not let me go to sleep because he kept sitting on top of me and whispering into my ear and saying, "I have to get rid of my body. My heart wants to be free." And he said that for hours.
So in our minds, right after the events of a Harry Potter sequel, Lupin and Sirius Black get on that broom and fly away, and in our minds, they were so bad at flying. They were weighed down on the broom that they fell off the broom and went. "Ah!" But they're wizards too, so they have the power to to do stuff. So they kept apparating up higher into the air, and then they would just fall down again. And they did that for as long as they possibly could, until they eventually just became exhausted and fell asleep. And then they fell into Aragog's spider web. So they land in his spider web, and they're like, "Oh, thank God, we're okay." But then they get eaten by Aragog, and that's how Lupin and Sirius die.
Good way. Yeah.
Because also, if you remember, we say that they die in the first show. They go, "Me and everybody here is Sirius Black and Lupin and blah blah blah. They're all dead." So we said that Sirius and Lupin, at the end of the sequel, which takes place in their first year, fall off the broom and they start apparating, and they apparate for almost a full year. Falling, going, "Ah!" And they take turns sleeping. So Lupin will sleep, and then Sirius will wake him up and go, "Wake up!" And then they'll apparate up again, and they do that for a full year, and until they fall into Aragog's nest. And then they die during the Battle of Hogwarts. It has nothing to do with the Battle of Hogwarts. That's when they die.
That makes complete logical
Oh my
sense.
god, that's so funny.
TEDx Higgins makes me believe that it's Higgins giving a TED talk.
Actually, that would be a fun thing.
I'd be
to
down
say.
with that.
Higgins' TED Talk.
His TED Talk would be great. What would he do his TED Talk on?
Probably biology.
Biology.
Probably he'd do a hybrid biology for the first
And
half.
musical
and
theater
then
history.
Musical theater history.
Or all the like metaphors for biology would be like
Yeah.
musical.
Yeah.
Did you hear?
Hear the word?
What's the word?
He's a coming. Who's a coming? Paul's a coming. You know the main
Yeah.
the show. And one night I said Steve's a coming. I go,
Jeff-
what?
Jeff forgot the name of the main character in a song that he wrote, and he decided to take a guess. And it's Steve.
Steve's a coming.
And it's actually the take that we use. Is it? It's the take that I use in the thing, but I had to take your face from the other night and cut it out and paste it over your face. Yeah. Here's Meredith. All right.
All right, so I'm kind of watching the live stream too. So is Meredith to my right? Is she
You're
this way?
to
To your
Meredith's
left. To your left.
Okay.
You guys should
So
kiss.
if I look like this, she's
Yes,
over
if
here.
you look
Yeah,
like that,
if you-
and then if
and then-
Meredith looks to her right, you guys can kiss. Wait, I want to get a picture
All right.
of that.
Meredith,
what?
can you hear me?
Look to your right and kiss to your right.
Look
to
to
the
your,
right. of the-
yeah. Wait, okay,
Do
keep
it.
going. Meredith,
Do it.
yeah. Okay, Brian, okay.
Wait,
let's
hold
see-
on. I got to see my screen.
All right, okay. Now Meredith, a teeny bit closer. Oh my God! Wait, a teeny bit
That's
further
great.
back.
That's
A
great
teeny bit
because
further back,
Meredith
Meredith.
is so much bigger than Brian.
Just like in real life.
All
That's
right.
real good.
All
Hi,
right,
I've
guys.
never met you guys. I'm Mariah.
Hi, I'm
Hi,
Brian.
my name's Meredith.
Hi, Meredith and Brian. Oh my God.
Brian, do half your face. Half your face.
Move forward
This
a
is-
little bit.
Oh,
Yeah. This
Get
is
closer,
good.
get
A little
a
closer.
little closer, a
Swear.
little closer, a
Swear.
little closer, a little closer, so that
Oh.
No.
like your
That's
nose,
Now tilt your
like
head.
split down the middle.
Yeah, a little closer.
Tilt your head
Yeah.
a little
Oh,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
Meredith, back up a little bit.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's
That's
just,
Meredith.
this is just
That's
great.
Meredith.
That's
Wow.
Brian. You did it. We
Great.
found Meredith.
Hail Satan, Meredith.
All right. There you go.
Hashtag Hail Satan. Hashtag Meredith.
Hello. Oh, is that Meredith?
This is-
Oh, that's
Meredith's
just
at work right now.
people talking in the office because I'm literally at work. No, it's totally fine. There's no reason you would know that I'm doing a live stream. Did you see that? He's shooting darts at me. It's a Star Kid live stream. It's a Star Kid live stream. We're celebrating 10 years. This was just shot at my head.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
When you were my favorite and very popular musical when I was a child, and when I met you on the Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, I was like, it's Brian Wilson. And I didn't think that about anybody else.
All right.
So,
Thanks.
Great
Brian.
work. I'm just kidding. I was really excited about everybody too.
Did you end up doing circus training?
Excuse me?
Did you end up doing circus training?
No, I let that Groupon expire. I bought a Groupon for circus school and I sat on my butt and let it expire.
The clowns will miss you so much.
I realized I've kept a lot of those costumes. And unironically, this is what I use when I have my hair in wig prep. I don't know if y'all recognize this hat. I was about to answer my phone and I took it out of my station. I was like, holy crap, this is the Dean Thomas hat. Y'all.
Joey, that is the headband, right?
This is the real
The
one.
one.
Guys, I bought this for a spandex party we had at our 7-person house the beginning of that year. We did the show, and I used it to keep the wig on.
Okay, so it was like a practical
It was
thing.
it was to keep the wig on because
Definitely wasn't fashion.
because I had to shave my head for a show that Jamie was also in, which was the worst thing any teacher has ever made me do, where they made me shave the whole top part
And
of
you
my head
had to
for
get
3 weeks.
naked in another show.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I do a lot of
I'll
weird
never
stuff
forget
in
that.
school.
Like Joey's first show, he had to get totally naked.
I had to get naked and dangle like my little butt to the audience.
That show was just
Upsetting.
awful. I was the Hatchetfield Bee. Will the Hatchetfield Bee be coming back for
Maybe not in Black Friday, but maybe
I'm a
the
bee.
next one.
All right. Well,
Maybe the next one.
there's one
No one
bee.
talks about that
Hatchetfield
Yeah.
bee.
I feel like that
Hey,
bee
my
has
bee.
not gotten enough
But
attention.
the bee, yeah, I really like
No
the
one's
bee.
commenting about the bee.
Yeah.
Can we
yeah.
get some comments in the chat about the bee,
Yeah.
please?
Some people have been saying that my hair looks nice today, but guys, my hair is an illusion. It's all grown from back here, and then I comb it forward and I spray it so it doesn't move. But I'm actually very bald.
When Jeff would come back and change, like you had a quick change, like you would stress me out so much because you used to pretend like it was more stressful than it was. It was the worst. Oh, the quick change. Quick change. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna. And you were like totally fine, but like the energy you were giving
I
off
would
was
immediately,
so
I would, because
stressful.
we had our lovely stage assistant. She would help us dress, and I'd immediately, the minute I got back, said, "I'm fucked. This is no time."
First time I ever saw Lauren. Lauren was in the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged.
Oh yeah, in the basement.
Yep, I thought you were very funny and intimidating. And then
He wasn't 5 feet tall.
I used to do this thing in the green room at school
I remember
where
that.
I would like go into the locker because I was like small, so I'd like go into a locker, and then I would climb out of the locker and I would climb up the lockers, and there was like a beam on the ceiling, and I would go across the beam on the ceiling and I would go across the whole room without touching the floor. So, I was in this locker, and then Lauren came in, and I was like, I'm in a locker. I can't come out of a locker with Lauren Lopez right there. I'll look stupid. And it was during 1918, so Lauren was just like waiting for her next entrance, and I thought, I'll just wait until she goes back for her next entrance. So there was like an hour where you were just sitting there talking to people, and I was just hiding in the locker the whole time.
That is such a funny story.
I was too afraid to come out.
That made it worse because the longer you waited in there, then she would have known.
The worst.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. That's why I had to commit to. She's got to be gone. You know.
You're right. It's the longer you have, man.
Because you either have to come out right in the beginning or not at all.
She either needs to walk in and you need to go, I'm sorry, I was in this locker for some reason.
Holy cow! And the stakes get so much higher because what if she opens the locker?
Yeah, I know.
my God.
It was terrifying. Jeff is like he's like a strong guy. Jeff is he's like a strong-looking dude. But Jeff used to be real skinny. Yeah. And Jeff was real skinny in that show. And then, like, I didn't really talk too much to Jeff. And Jeff came back the next school year so buff and like so ripped. And in my apartment, I lived with my brother and Eric Congale, and we used to go like, "Have you seen Jeff Blim?" and we started to talk about getting blimmed. Because we were like, we gotta get blimmed. We gotta go work out and get blimmed.
Oh my god.
And our parties at my house, we didn't have alcohol. We had Darren playing Disney songs on his guitar.
The line was supposed to be, well, let's go. If we haul ass, we can be there and back in 20 minutes. And instead I said, well, let's go. If we haul ass, we can be there and back in 10 minutes. And then I went, wait, I'm supposed to say 20 minutes. And so I went, 20 minutes. So
You said 20 minutes even. As if 20 minutes As if 20 minutes is better than 10 minutes.
What do we all think, Jeff?
All right, everybody say what Jeff is on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Someone just said, I wrote a musical, it was bad, what is your advice? To upgrade it. Which is a very good question. My immediate response is write another one. Brand. I
don't have any questions, but I want to say this.
Oh god. That made me uncomfortable just hearing it. I wasn't even behind a table.
I want to say, I know I'm ready for grad school, but is grad school ready for me?
Oh no!
You dumb motherfucker.
You have my wig.
But very funny.
Buy it from
You have a wig from Brand?
She's had it for 3
my
years.
favorite wig. And
That was a turn I did not think.
Sorry, we can address that later.
I thought you were saying that he like snatched your wig or something.
She
What
did.
does that mean?
You fucked up. I was on like a nice road.
Okay.
No, the
kids
compliments
say
are gone.
You snatched my wig.
What does that mean?
It
I thought that
means
was like a euphemism.
you really impressed me.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, blew your socks off.
Is that like a Victorian phrase? You've snatched my wig.
No, I think it's a new thing that the kids are saying.
I think it's
It's
like,
kind of like a drag.
it's like a drag slash like
drag thing,
black
yeah.
lady thing.
As always, the drag culture has way better phrases than everybody else.
You're on the bus and it has rainbows across the ceiling. So just say, gay bus, the gay bus, the gay bus.
You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. A cocktail bar. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. A cocktail bar. You were working. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. You were working. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. You're working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. Working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. Working as a waitress. One of my favorite clips is.
It's one of my favorite clips.
And it's a good lesson to all performers.
Oh my god!
Where it doesn't matter if you
my
know the
god, we
fucking
can bring it
words.
up.
Just look like you're having a great time. And it's timed perfectly. It's this perfect tracking shot with everybody going like, "Don't wanna see you go, but it's not forever." Whatever fucking song it is, and it's just going. Everyone's just like holding each other, and it goes to Brant, and he just doesn't know.
Brant's
Goddamn.
doing like bananas and cucumbers. Brant's just going.
It's like literally just a puppet mouth. They're just like,
yeah, in the reunion, in the 5-year reunion. I'll bring it up. It's on my favorites.
I never had a pony. I never had pets. Just a bullshit butler who builds bullshit jets. Oh, it's so good. It's my fucking favorite.
So
He's got a phone call, yeah. He's got a phone call. Who could it be? Which one of my buddies is calling for me? Could it be Arisha? Could it be Derek? Could it be Joe? Or maybe even Nico? Yeah! Liam's got a phone call, yeah. Hello? Oops. Wrong number, pal.
So special.
All right. It's
Right
happening.
on the money.
That
Fuck
was
yeah.
so crazy.
Right.
Everyone gets to see the concert.
Joey, I might come to next year because I feel uncomfortable being the only one on this
Well,
camera.
Robert, you can have your own camera. Bye,
No, wait,
Lily.
take my spot.
Bye, Lily. Good to see you. Oh, no. Locked and loaded, oh so devoted, oh and demoted, toast just coated, finally ready, so ready to
Look who else is joining us.
Jim!
Denise.
Guys, I love these iPad heads. This is so fun.
Yeah. It's like Futurama.
Hey, Jim.
Oh, hey, Jam.
I'm holding you here.
They're all
I'm
in
holding
now.
you in my heart.
Yeah. I like your hair. It looks good.
Oh, thanks. I like yours too. We're the long hair dudes.
Long hair dudes.
Shave Jeff.
Shave Jeff for
$300,000.
300,000. At 300,000, we'll shave Jeff.
No, I think it has to be an additional 300K.
Yeah.
We got to get to 563 for that.
At at 560.
Say shave Jeff, do you mean like bald head too?
You're getting this
Great. I
conversation.
appreciated that, Joe.
Let's get a hashtag Shave Jeff going.
Hashtag Shave Jeff.
There it goes.
Going up.
Hashtag
Shave Jeff.
At five,
Yeah,
at
560.
At $560,000, we will shave Jeff balls, head to toe.
No, shave Jeff.
Do not
No,
shave
shave
him.
Jeff. People start.
No, don't you guys want to see Jeff as smooth as a baby?
Yeah. It's been a while.
Just like fully, like right out of the Matrix.
We'll shave Jeff, then we'll cover him in goo and make him burn himself out of the balloon.
At $350,000, we'll shave Jeff, put metal things into his joints, and cover him in goo, and then throw him into the sewers.
What a weird goal!
We will recreate the image of coming out of the Matrix, covered in goo.
We will give Jeff a second birth.
He'll get to see the world as it truly is.
That's bizarre. I just wanted to check back in and tell you all I love you, and tell all the fans that I love them.
Joe.
Joe. Yeah.
We love you as well.
We love you, Joe.
Hey, Joe,
Have a
before
good
you
one.
go, I heard that someone would donate $1 if you and I kissed.
Oh,
Put
look,
those
if-
screens together.
Yeah, Joe, if you turn to your left, and Jim, if you turn to your right, and you can kiss.
You two. Kiss.
Now lean in
Lean Joe,
to
lean
the
in.
edge of the screen.
Joe, more,
Joe,
Joe,
closer,
more.
closer, Joe.
Jim, you're good.
Closer to
More,
the edge
more.
of the screen.
Yeah, more.
Jim, keep going, keep
Stop
going.
moving your phone,
Keep
Joe.
going, guys. You
Joe,
guys are
no,
so close.
don't
No,
move your phone,
Joe.
Just the head.
Just the head, not the screen.
Joe, keep going, keep going, Joe.
Yeah, keep going, Joe.
Keep going.
Oh,
Yeah. Jim, kiss.
Oh,
Kiss. Oh, yeah, there you go. You're not really getting it, but that's okay. That's pretty close. Jim, do you have any first impressions of meeting people? What was it like?
I remember first meeting you, Nick. I was auditioning for The Hobbit, which I had just gotten an email that they were doing, and I was like, oh, I got to audition for that. And I remember sitting in a hallway, and you kind of just like sidled up next to me and was like, can you read for this? And you passed me a script, and it was the role of Gandalf, and I was like, I think I can read for this script.
Yeah. I remember when we were casting The Hobbit, we were having auditions, and we wanted to cast this guy named Pat Rourke as Bilbo. But Pat is like a tall guy. And
He's like 6'2", and then maybe like 250 to 300 pounds, somewhere in there.
Yeah, so we were like, he's a big guy.
Giant.
And we were like, I can't believe we're gonna have Pat as the Hobbit, and we were like, it's okay as long as we can get a Gandalf. We were like, if we had a Gandalf, a magic Gandalf that showed up that was bigger than Pat, then maybe we could do it. And then you walked in and you ducked down to fit under the door, and you said, hello, I'm here to audition. And we said, perfect. So it was great.
Hello,
I
I'm
think-
Gandalf. I'm Jim Popolo.
I think that was when I had a first impression of Jeff as well, because I know Jeff I think saw the show once.
Oh, I saw it
and then
twice.
and then you had such a good time that you came back again. I feel like you might have brought a whole sandwich and a bottle of something
sure
into the
did.
show, and you were just having a ball.
Oh,
I
man,
remember
it was so
that.
fun.
It was really hard to write a full play in 24 hours. So one time I got frustrated, and instead of writing, I just drew this owl. And the Langs took that moment as inspiration for that owl in a Harry Potter senior year. And that's how that came to be.
This song's pretty good.
I love it being a little more like Frankenfurter.
Oh, this
it's
song's
pretty
good.
How
How do I?
And Chad. Ring, ring.
Ring, ring. The phone rings. I answer it. Hello?
I'll be Joey during this.
Oh, hey, Greg. Fuck. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, Greg. Shit.
It's like,
Oh, hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg.
Oh, I'm swamped. I'm swamped. With business. Stocks, bonds, golden parachutes. Remember those days on the football field? Last week feels like ages ago. What? Today? After work. On the football field. The old stomping ground, say Craig. Just you and me and Steve and Stu and Mark and Leighton and Chet.
Yeah, Chet will be there.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
I'll see you then, Greg.
All right.
I'll see you then.
Far over the misty mountains cold, from valleys deep to mountains old. I don't really remember the lyrics. Come break of day to find our long forgotten gold.
That's
the
really
pines were blowing on the night. The winds were moaning in the night. The fire was red, its flame set. That's it.
That was so good.
Yeah, that was great.
I love that.
This isn't what Jeff is in real life, but there were times backstage that the guy didn't like musicals where Jeff, as a bit, would stare in the mirror and go, "What the fuck am I doing here? What the fuck am I doing here? I'm fucking a full-grown man."
Yeah. And Jeff every time Jeff would come off stage, he'd go, "I fucked it up."
Man, I suck.
Jeff, we
No,
love you.
Jeff, you're the best. I love you, Jeff. I love you.
I'm sorry you love.
Wait, what? Hatchetfield comes from a realm outside of reality, somewhere in the crossroads of imagination and nightmare. There's a place, a small Midwestern town, where the forces of evil and chaos tug at the threads of the fabric of reality. Welcome to Hatchetfield.
Wow. Satan is a real man. John, did you not earn the role?
I mean,
John, what did you do for the role? What is it you do here?
What did you do?
What did you do here? John, how did you get the role?
Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell, we know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep? And have you heard voices? I hear them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.